Thank you for joining us for Tweet of the Week. Today I am joined by Mariah Beaucage, who is an English language learner teacher at West Frederick Middle School. And Mariah is tech savvy enough to actually tweet a video. Tell us about your tweet, Mariah.
My tweet took place in my co-teacher and I's classroom, and we teach math together. Since I'm an English language learner teacher, I work with co-teachers, and so we teach 8th grade math, and we were learning about slope. So we were playing a game with the students so they could practice showing slope using gesturing, and so they really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun with it.
And actually, a strategy like that can work for any learner when you bring in that kinesthetic piece. And it makes math fun, which we know is so important because we want math to be students' one of their favorite subjects. So what interested you in working with English learners?
It actually started when I was in high school. I started learning Spanish as a second language, and I had so much interest in it that I started traveling to different Spanish-speaking countries, and I knew what it felt like to be a language learner. I was learning Spanish, and I was immersed in that, and it was really difficult. So when I came back here to the United States, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and I started working with the teacher education program in my state, in my college, and I learned about being an English language learner teacher. But it wasn't until I moved here in Frederick, where we have such a great population, that I was able to work as an assistant first and really see the students and their heart. And I love working with them, so I decided to pursue being an ELL teacher.
And I think sometimes people don't realize the range of proficiency that students who are learning English bring to our classroom. So if you could just kind of maybe describe students who have never spoken a word of English at all compared to what? What's that range look like in a classroom?
Well, at West Frederick, we serve students through levels 1 through 6. So when they start as a beginner, they're a level 1 English learner. And they have a full range of classes specifically designed for them to learn English. So they have a science class to learn English, a math class to learn English. They have a lot of great strengths. They may know math, they may know their first language, but they're learning English in all of those different areas. And as much as we think math might be a class that would be easy for an English language learner, it's not always the case because they don't know the vocabulary, they don't know sometimes the content, but they're able to really grasp onto it when we use strategies like gesturing things. So that class that we were talking about was a lower level English class, and so they're still able to do grade level content. But we go all the way up to our advanced students that are able to communicate fully in English and are working on just the academic language of expressing that in written form and really sounding like a native speaker. So we serve all different areas and language proficiencies.
And I was listening as you talked about, being in other countries and trying to learn the language and how that can be challenging. And for many of these students, it's not just the challenge of being in a place where you need to learn the new language, but we're asking them to perform academically. And so I think sometimes we forget about, what a mountain we're asking these students to climb. And so I really appreciate dedicated teachers like you who are there to try to help them navigate their way around this and through this. And I love the co-teaching piece of it because then that does give them more opportunity to really interact with their peers who speak English. And at the same time, as you said, some of those strategies are going to help all students in learning how to learn. So thank you for all that you do. Keep on tweeting. And if you haven't had a chance, check out the video. And who knows, maybe you'll find yourself going around slope gesturing too. I hope you will join us again soon for the next Tweet of the Week.